Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Dallas North Aquarium channel. I'm Josh, and that's Nix. Now that it's early April here in North Texas, the weather's warming up, and it's perfect time to get those backyard ponds ready for the season. Today we're diving into exactly how to do that. After winter, ponds need some TLC to transition smoothly into spring and summer. We'll walk you through the essential steps, cleaning out the winter muck, getting your equipment running, and water balanced, and how to safely introduce any new fish you might be adding. Let's get started. Winter often leaves a collection of leaves, twigs, and general debris. So step 1, clear out the debris. Start by taking off any protective winter netting, then grab your skimmer net or a pond vacuum. Gently remove the obvious debris, leaves, sticks, dead plant matter from the surface, and carefully from the bottom. If you have aquatic plants like lilies, trim away any brown dead leaves from last year. Step 2, assess the sludge. Take a look at the bottom. Is there just a light layer of leaves, or do you have a significant amount of dark sludge, maybe an inch or two deep? If it's just light debris and the water seems relatively clear, you might skip a full drain, but for heavy sludge, a full cleanout. Draining, rinsing, maybe a light scrub is usually the best. Early spring, before the water consistently stays above 55 to 60, is the prime time for this. If a cleanout is performed when the water is warmer, after bacteria colonies form, the balance of the ecosystem will be thrown off and your pond will go through another period of algae blooms before the bacteria colonies become re-established. Step 3, partial water change, if not draining. Even if you're not doing a full drain, changing out some of the water is beneficial. Aim for 10 to 25%. This is important. When adding fresh tap water, always use pond dechlorinator. It neutralizes chlorine and chloramines that are harmful to fish and beneficial bacteria. Try to get the temperature of the new water close to the pond's temperature to avoid shocking your fish. Okay, the pond's cleaner. Now let's prep the equipment and get that water chemistry right. So step 1, check your gear. Time to wake up the hardware. Take out those filter pads and biomedia, give them a rinse, preferably using some of the water you removed from the pond or dechlorinated tap water. You want to remove gunk, but not all the beneficial bacteria living there. Check your pump inlet and outlet for blockages. If you use a UV clarifier, inspect the bulb. They usually last about 12 to 18 months, and clean the quartz sleeve carefully. Once it all checks out, reconnect everything and get the water flowing. Step 2, test the water. You can't manage what you don't measure. Use a reliable pond test kit. You need to know your ammonia and your nitrite levels. These should always be 0 in an established pond. Check your nitrate level, low is good, and your pH. Usually around 7 to 8.2 is fine. Testing tells you if your biological filter is working correctly and if the water is safe. Step 3, add beneficial bacteria. Winter can reduce the population of the good bacteria that process waste. Give your pond ecosystem a boost by adding a dose of beneficial bacteria. This helps re-establish your biological filter quickly. Quick tip, if you have a UV clarifier, leave it off for 24 to 48 hours after adding bacteria to give them a chance to colonize before the UV light potentially harms them.
Remember, algae blooms are normal. Things like this are going to grow in the springtime. But don't worry, as long as you have plenty of filtration, you keep your feeding low, and you have plenty of beneficial bacteria, eventually plants will outcompete the algae, and you won't have to worry about it as much. Also, make sure, as predators become more active during the season, that you have something to protect them, something like a shelf or a cave for them to hide under, or floating plants to provide some coverage. You may even consider getting some sort of deterrent, like a wire mesh to go over your pond to keep some of those critters out.
Is spring bringing new fish to your pond, or maybe putting fish back after a cleanout? Doing it right prevents stress and loss. So, step 1, acclimation is non-negotiable. Fish need time to adjust to differences in water temperature and chemistry. The classic method is floating the sealed bag they came in on the pond surface for 15 to 20 minutes. Make sure it's shaded to avoid overheating. This equalizes the temperature, then, slowly, add small amounts of pond water into the bag every few minutes for another 10 to 15 minutes to adjust them to the water chemistry. Step 2, the gentle release. Once acclimated, gently lower the opening of the bag into the pond water and let the fish swim out when they're ready. Don't just dump them in. Step 3, quarantine, or what we call the pro move. Ideally, especially for brand new fish, quarantining them in a separate tank system for 2 to 4 weeks before adding them to your main pond is the safest approach. This allows you to observe for any diseases and treat them without risking your existing pond inhabitants.
And that's how you get your pond cleaned up for the summer and spring season here in North Texas. Follow all of those steps and you'll be happy with a clear and healthy pond all year long.
What are your essential spring pond care tasks? Share them in the comments below. If this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and make sure you're subscribed to Dallas North Aquarium so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you so much for watching, enjoy your pond, and we'll catch ya in the next one.